And welcome to another session with OCD. Welcome to my workshop. So it's a reasonably quick video today, not doing any car detailing. I'm going to just talk about a new tool that I bought. And here it is. It's a water softener by a company called Vyair that are based in Lincolnshire. This was recommended to me by one of my subscribers, Dave, one of my subscribers, goes by the name of Dave the Enfield Cat. This is an 11 litre container. Give you some prices on it. So this cost me, the container itself is £51. If you have it pre-filled with resin, which I've had done, that's another £33. And then if you buy hose lock fittings that obviously go on there so your hose pipe can just literally just plug in, they're another £6. So the whole thing is $89.95. Now I did a little bit of research on it, and if you use this so that when you clean the car as you would normally clean it, so you get your pressure washer out connected to your mains water, and you rinse the car, you snow foam it, you wash it, you do all of those bits and pieces, and then you finally rinse it. On the final rinse, what you do is you then plug your hose pipe in and you go over the car with this soft water. That way it washes all the hard water off the car and you don't have any watermarks. Or if you're just doing a like my car at the moment, it's just covered in dust, so it might be that I would just rinse it off. So you could just literally rinse the car off and leave it to dry, so you won't get any watermarks. So how long does it last? So I've done a little bit of research, and it would seem that one this size, if you was to rinse your car on average twice a week, this would last anywhere between 6 to 8 months. Now the resin in here, when I had it filled at the factory, it cost me £33. So if you think that to buy the resin and shipping for less than 50 quid, this will last you between 6 to 8 months. So that might be a lot of money for some people, but for me, with the way I love to muck about with my car, well worth it. So it's, you know, £90 to buy and running costs of, let's say, £50 every 8 months, something along those lines. Obviously the more you use it, the more quickly you're going to go through the resin. Now, when do you know when it's due for a to change the resin over? What I've done, I've bought a little meter. This is a TDS3. This is TDS stands for total dissolved solvents, solids, total dissolved solids in the water, measured by parts per million. So what you do, you fill a cup up from your tap and you drop this in and measure it. I've done that previously today. The measurement for my water here is 350 parts per million. That will change quite dramatically, I would assume, up and down the country. I googled, so what is that like? Is that good, bad or indifferent? So I googled it, and on Google it said anywhere between 300 and 600 is good quality water. So that's good to know. So what you do, you fill a glass of water or a cup of water, you drop that in, and then you measure parts per million. You make a note of that, so 350 for me, and then you do exactly the same with this. So the water that comes out of here, measure it, and whatever that will be, we'll find out in a minute, because I'll connect it up. I haven't used it at all yet, so we'll connect it up in a minute, and then we'll see what parts per million I get out of here. And then as the parts per million from here and my tap, as those two numbers get closer together, then you realise when it's time to change the resin. So I've put the hose links on the side. Let's just drop it down near my hose and we'll connect it up, and we'll see what we get, shall we? Okay, so this is my current setup. Got the tap here, that goes to my hose, and I've got a tap here that comes down to my pressure washer. So I use a pressure washer to rinse the car off with, and then I would unplug that from the tap, goes into my water softener, and then what I've done, I've just cut a piece of hose off from the garden hose. These are old fittings, so I hope they're okay, and that one goes from the water softener to the hose. So if I'm not using the water softener, then obviously that hose would go from there straight into there, and when I am using it, I just unplug it from there and plug it into there. It's as simple as that. And then we turn on. So let's see what happens when we turn it on, shall we? So that's, I can hear the water running. That's filling up with water. Right, let's move the camera outside and we see the business end of it, shall we? Right, so there's the other end. So let's set this up so you can see the bonnet of the car, and we'll try it at an angle. Right, so let me just go and get the temperature gauge. Right, so as you can see, 26.5 degrees at the moment. So this is live on camera, anything can go wrong. What is it they say, never work with children or animals? Well, you're working with both with me, so let's see what happens, shall we? It's just getting the air out of the system, I hope. Right, so we'll leave that, shall we? And let's see what happens to my poor car. At the moment it's 14:25. 14:25, and we're in the sun. So it's in the sun. The temperature is 30 degrees, 30.7 degrees. So we'll just leave that running for a while. I might send you to sleep, but let's see what happens. While we're waiting for my poor car to cook, I've got a cup. Let me put some water in. So it's 350 from the tap. Well, that's quite a difference. So out of my tap it's 350 parts per million, which is On Google it says it's good quality water, and here you can see that it says 17. So that's the sort of difference that it makes. Let's put that back. I'll just leave that on the windscreen. I would sing you a song while we're waiting, but I ain't got much of a singing voice, I'm afraid. Where the water has dried, can't see any watermarks. And it's now, temperature is now, oops, walk in front of you. It's now 30, almost 35 degrees in the sun. As interesting as all this is, let's just blow some of that water off, shall we? Okay, so it's now 2:34. The temperature is 34.6. I've blown some of the water off, or all the big droplets off. Let's have a closer inspection, shall we? There you can see still a couple of little droplets left. There isn't any watermarks at all. There's still some droplets of water. All I've got is at the front of the car, where all the dust was washed. I've got some sort of dust there where it was sort of washed down, but no watermarks. So there you go. I think that's pretty clear. I'm well pleased with that. Well pleased. That's for the best part of £100. That is well worth it for me. Other people might not think it is, and that's fine. That's totally up to you. But for me, I'm really pleased I've spent that money. That will stop me tearing around like a blue arse fly. All I need to do now is, once it's washed and rinsed, go over it with that, and brilliant, absolutely brilliant. That's going to be such a godsend. So there we go. Reasonably, well, I say reasonably short video. All of the bits in the middle I will speed up as fast as I can, because you know, watching water dry is nearly as bad as paint drying. So reasonably short video as far as content is concerned, and until next time, I'll put all the information for this just below. In the meantime, Dave, thanks very much, good advice. Until next time, you guys take care. Bye bye.